Hello, good day. How is everybody doing? I am Dana Campbell and I am here today with Z Scott, the founder of the SEO Queen. CEO?
Yes.
CEO Queen. Sorry.
The SEO Queen.
The SEO
I'm
Queen.
the CEO of the SEO Queen. That's why I got a little confused. But
I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
A digital marketing firm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Firm. Today we're going to be talking about a lot of things. I'm actually very excited for this interview because I was on your Instagram this week looking, you're just dropping so many gems consistently. So I'm really excited to talk to you today for my own personal needs as well as introduce you to the network.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad to be here and glad to say hey to everybody in the network.
So, give me a little bit of background on you. How did you get into this space? Education background, how you grew up. Tell me a bit about it.
Well, I started, I grew up around, my father was graduating with his computer science degree from Cal State, Dominguez Hills. And so I was sitting on his lap making noise, and I just grew up around technology. So my dad, as he was going through his computer science career, he had us using Ataris and Commodores, and I learned how to type at an early age. Actually, I taught myself how to type.
Okay. Wait, what year was this? If you can.
That I knew how to type. I don't remember ever not knowing how to type. And I remember as a child, like, teasing my dad about how he hunts and pecks.
Okay, so you were the one kind of putting everybody on to what was new with that, or?
Well, I was the only kid in my class turning in papers typed with a dot matrix printer when I was in like 4th or 5th grade. And so, I mean, there was no Microsoft Word. There was just, I used this application called PFS Write.
Okay.
So, yeah, I've been around computers for a long time. So when I went to MIT, I majored in information technology. I didn't want to do computer science because I knew that was going to be a lot of work. I didn't want to build operating systems and stuff like that. I like more of the social aspects of business and technology, so that was more of my focus.
Okay. Nobody else in here right now. Let me just send this to a few people before we keep going.
Okay.
Great. So, how did your initial introduction into technology translate into the work that you do today?
Well, it translated pretty seamlessly because when I graduated with my degree in information technology and music from MIT, my first job at a school was as a web applications developer. So immediately I started developing web-based applications, and Google was just starting to become a thing, and I pretty much started building websites. And as I started learning more about search engine optimization over time, it seemed like a no-brainer to just add that to my toolkit, because there's no point in building a website if nobody comes.
True.
So that's kind of how everything kind of evolved. And so years down the road, after I went to Raytheon and worked as a web application developer, I ended up getting my master's in public policy. And then after that, I ended up, life happened, and then I ended up at a couple of agencies, and I just decided to do it myself.
Yeah.
And because one of the issues that I saw with other agencies was, number one, I was like the only black person there.
Yeah.
Number two, the cultures wasn't that inclusive. And number three, when they did get black entrepreneurs as clients, I didn't see them servicing them in a way that helped their businesses really go to the next level. And so I wanted to put together a program and services that really helped black entrepreneurs to win.
I like that. So do you take on like clients like one-on-one, or are you mostly just like doing it kind of like conference style? How does your business work?
I don't have a group coaching program yet, but I do one-on-one consultations, and I have SEO programs that range from like 25 keywords all the way up to all the municipalities in the United States, which is a little bit over 19,000.
Okay. Can you tell me a bit about the name SEO Queen?
SEO Queen. I wanted a name that I knew would resonate with our people.
Okay.
And you know how we greet each other and we say call each other king, hey king. So
Yeah.
I owned the royal family of SEO.com and king of SEO.com and a bunch of other ones. And so I thought SEO Queen was, I'm a woman, I do SEO, so SEO Queen.
What is SEO?
Search engine optimization.
There you go.
And that's how you get your website organic traffic on search engines.
I need that.
Well, actually, probably 70% of businesses need it. It's actually a really underrated marketing tactic, and I love it. It's a lot of fun. Like when we do our SEO campaigns for businesses, we do copywriting, blog development, complete technical audit, on-page optimization, and backlink building. We do everything.
Okay. Can you tell me what you think? So say somebody is looking like they're maybe a social media personality, and they are like, how can I just I want to get more people coming to my page. I want to get more people booking me to do gigs online. What are 3 things that this person should think about doing first?
Well, if they already have a website, they need to do keyword research and start using those keywords in their copy, both on their social media and their website, in order to draw people to their site. And then they should also verify their website with Search Console with Google, so that they could start the verification process and become an entity in the eyes of Google. So you can only do that when you verify it through Search Console. And then next, I would also add your Google Analytics to your website as well, so that you can keep track of the data, because SEO is all about just grabbing the data and just coordinating that information on your site so you connect with those that you want to connect with online.
So do you think that it's really important for people to have their own website? Because a lot of people I see today are just building up their business based on Instagram, because Instagram has so much business tools at this point. It just keeps evolving.
Yeah, I think this is the bottom line. There's over 2 trillion searches that are happening on search engines alone. This isn't the people on Instagram. Yeah, there's less than a billion people. Less than a billion people on Instagram. But there's literally trillions of searches happen on Google. You see the difference there?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a factor of 100 more. The probability of getting traffic is 100 times greater on search engines than even Instagram. Which is Instagram is I know people are really crushing it on Instagram, but if you really think about it, you can get even more success on search engines than Instagram. And that's why we keep on building out our search engine optimization for our company and our clients, because it really is a game changer.
I could see that 100%, because there have been times where I tried to use Instagram like a search engine, and it's still a bit finicky. It's not as good as it could be, and it probably will be a lot better in years to come as it learns from us and how we behave on the app. But Google's.
Yeah, the thing about Google is if you have a WordPress website and you configure it where it is hi everybody, if you configure it like a blog engine, because that's another thing. It's there's a lot of content management systems out there, but not all of them are as effective. The thing I love about WordPress is that you can set it up where you get notifications when people link to you, so that you can engage. So if you want to take that same approach that you have on social media, you can with your website as well. And then you can also set it up where you ping the entire internet when you have new content as well. Plus, it gets crawled easily, and I have a client right now who hasn't even had their website launched for a year, and they're already on Google page 2.
Oh wow, that is good. So what is the typical? So say someone doesn't have a website at all right now. They were to make a website today. make it nice, everything like that, put all their services, link it to an Instagram account, Facebook account, whatever. What is the time in which you would think would take for someone to get their content on the first page? Aside from search engine optimization, are there other things that can be done?
Yeah, so it depends on how much content you build out and how many backlinks you make and whether or not you verified it with Google. So, I mean, depending on the topic, I've seen Google take as long as months to crawl a sitemap, and sometimes the same day. It just depends. It just varies. But I think if you do all the things that I'm recommending, like blogging, if you blog anywhere from once a week to 4 times a week, you'll definitely see your website go up the search engine results pages fairly quick. And you don't forget the backlinks too. So that's very, very,
What are
very...
backlinks for people who don't know?
Well, backlinks is a part of the algorithm that looks at how many other web pages are linking to your web page. So you want to make sure that other companies, other pages, and this is why it's important for you to get your website on Afrinection.com so you get that link to your company website. So
that is key.
Right.
That's important.
Yeah, that's very important. And actually, you know, I had planned on releasing this ultimate guide to SEO for Black-owned businesses, where I had like all the Black-owned directories in it, and I was going to sell that. But
that's cool. Yeah,
but I have not picked a release date for it. But just know there are literally so many Black-owned directories that you can list your business on. And you know, one of the things that we also do for clients is competitor research. Like we'll reverse engineer, you know, your competitors and see what they're doing to get all that traffic, so you can do the same thing too. Yeah, there's a lot of things that we do in our SEO campaign. It's so funny. It's like I've taken a lot of the stuff that we do like for granted until I saw this one other SEO consultant online and talking about what they were talking about, and I was like, you know what, we do exactly that, but we don't talk about it like that. So I'm trying to, we do SEO copywriting, SEO blogging, technical analysis and implementation, on-page implementation, anchor text analysis. I mean, we do it all. I don't even know what a lot of that is, but we do it all. You need it. We do it all. Like,
hi, Mahad. Hi.
Hi. I mean,
you say hi. Anybody have any questions? Feel free to.
Someone.
You just said hi.
Oh, okay. They just waved.
Hello. Me. Just people coming in here. 1 second. So, just to get it very, very clear for us, so we hit all of our question points, what problem does your innovation solve?
Well, SEO helps companies get more clients and revenue without paying for advertising, because cost per click can be anywhere from $1 up to even $200 per click. And so basically this doesn't even count, you know, people who just bounce. I mean, if somebody clicks on your ad and leaves, that's a lot of money. So if you have 100 people come into your website, depending on your niche, paying $200 to, you know, $4,000 for that traffic, and only 5% converts, if your website is optimized for conversions, that's a lot of money to spend to bring all those eyes to your website. Yeah. So the other fact is 80 to 90% of people who are on search engines trust the organic results more so than the ads. Mm-hmm. So you're not even getting all the traffic you could possibly get by just doing paid ads on search engine or
it's
social
true.
media.
Me as well. Yeah, it's very, whenever I'm looking for business tools, like whether it be like,
you don't even look at the ads, do you?
No.
It's like blur, blur, blur. You see the ad and your mind just shuts it off, and then you just go to an organic. You're like,
I just click what's at the top. I'm like, this is the best.
Yep.
Easy. But then you know what kind of does help though, when I have seen an ad a lot for something that I click it, I'm like, oh, it's that thing that I see that, oh yeah, they got money. I guess I should give them some more money. You know, it kind of is like, it's weird though. You want to give people who have money more money. It's just like, like, it's, how you doing? I'm doing good.
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. How are you doing?
Thanks for joining us on this live. Hi. Emma, hi. Okay. So, because this is Afrinection, in your opinion, what is the key missing element in Africa's sustainable growth from an economic standpoint?
What do I think is the missing element for sustainable economic growth
in Africa?
Well, honestly, number one, I've never set foot in an African country, number one. But from the outside looking in, from what I can see, I see a marketing challenge. And I think if African nations marketed themselves using, strategic partnerships and other things more, it would help to draw more investment, more people to come. And because I've been hearing a lot of great things happening on the continent in different countries. And I would just say, brag more.
It's
brag
true.
More.
It seems like a lot of things that happen within Africa that are great are very under, like, you have to, like, go looking for it on networks that are built for African people. You don't see it on mainstream networks.
but I also think, networks like Afrinection.
No,
African Connection. I'm trying to say it right. Yeah, I think I'm excited to be a part of the network, because every time I see, like, a Black network, like, I want it to win. And I think it's, we really have to stick together across the diaspora. We really do, because white supremacy, cis hetero patriarchy is definitely, a Western creation that is not African in any African or Black American in its origins. And I think, just we as a people, from everything I've learned, we come from a more egalitarian, societies. And I think it's great. And we have just so much culture. I wanted to tell you something funny. So I was in New York I was in New York November 6th. And I was staying right across the street from the United Nations at the Hilton Hotel there. And when I was driving around going to where I had to go, in my Lyft, I noticed this Lagos restaurant. It's called the Lagos Lounge or something like that. So I go, after all my meetings, I go there for, like, late lunch, early dinner.
Yeah.
Child, I had jollof rice for the first time. And my taste buds done lost their minds. I was like, now I understand all the hype around the jollof rice. And it was not underhyped.
So you had the Nigerian jollof?
Yes, I did.
Okay, you have not had
I want to try.
What? Did he have it too?
No, he wasn't with me. He was at home with Grandma and Grandpa.
Oh, okay. Apparently, you know what? I'm not going to start any fights, but I am a big fan of the Nigerian jollof as well. But
have you had Ghanaian jollof?
I have. I don't.
See,
like
I haven't had that. I love veggies.
No, I'm gonna start a fight.
I'm gonna have to try it one of these days. I really want to go. I want to go to so many different countries.
Yeah.
When I get the chance,
I want to go to China.
I sit on the board. I sit on the board of the Long Beach sister city, Mombasa, Kenya, and so I'm hoping one day I'll get to go.
So that's the first place you want to go when you go to Africa, Kenya?
You know what? I'm not sure where the first place I want to go, but I do want to go there.
I got an idea. I did a DNA test earlier this year to find out where a majority of my DNA comes from. So when I go to Africa, first place I'm going to touch down is Igbo land in Nigeria.
Oh.
That's where my people are.
Oh, okay.
Like 60.5% of my DNA.
you serious?
Yeah. So I'm like really Nigerian.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm getting.
You should do it. And
I
find out
should do
where your tribe is, and like
yeah.
if you go, you'll just get the love. People will be like, "Oh, my sister," like they'll recognize you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It'll be cool.
I may have to do that.
You I think you do. I
Yeah.
do that. I'm 23 me.
23.
Mom could speak 3 different languages.
Oh yeah? Which ones?
English, Spanish, and Chinese.
Look at your ages.
It's Japanese.
Look at your
I studied
ages.
Japanese. I studied Japanese when I was in high school.
Okay, English, Spanish, and Japanese.
Yeah, those
I
are the
speak-
3 languages
I speak Spanish.
I told him not to take over this interview. Didn't I tell him
But
that?
he has to. You're not bragging on yourself enough, obviously. He's like, she forgot to tell them that she's trilingual.
Bilingual.
Trilingual. 3.
No, bilingual.
Bi is 2. Tri is 3.
My son, he's funny.
Thank you, sir.
Don't come on camera, just stay over there. Stay over there, please. Yeah, I'm also a mother as well, so.
Another 2 childs.
Uh-huh. Well, she's a little bit older.
Oh.
She's 18.
Ah. So are you involving your daughter at all? Like teaching her like what you do? Is she into?
No, she doesn't live with us.
She's into environmental engineering.
Oh, okay. So she's gonna be an engineer too. Okay. That's cool.
There.
How do you feel about that?
I think, well, last time I tried to give her some advice, she acted like, looked at me like I had 3 heads, but we'll see what she does.
You have to listen to your parents. Every time my parents always try to give me advice, and I was just like, yeah. And now I'm at that age where I'm like,
what do you think about this? Like, can I run this?
I'm
by
calling
you?
them like, hey guys, what do you? And I need them in every major decision now. I'm like, so.
Yeah, I remember when I got to that point. Yeah, and then I realized that's why I have an executive coach now, because I realized that I can't. You know, my parents, they tired. You know, it's like my dad doesn't want me worrying to him about everything, so I have somebody who I pay.
Yeah.
To listen to me and give me good advice.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is good. Was an executive coach?
Executive coach.
So that's like for a business. So
Yeah, he's kind of like, he's like a therapist and a business advisor and an investment advisor all rolled into one.
I really like that.
Yeah.
I think that's what
It's
I need.
phenomenal.
And I figured your child
It's
knows
phenomenal.
Kung Fu.
He's really helped me to really like focus and just boost just the effectiveness of my company.
That is
He owns a ton of companies actually.
Yeah. How did you find this person? Were you looking specifically for this type of person and you found him on an engine?
Well, let me tell you how I found him. So, one of my bestest friends in the whole wide world, when I was living in Michigan, she invited me to her house the Saturday after Thanksgiving in 2013. And so I met one of her friends who is an author and life coach and speaker.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I met
Oh,
him,
that's your...
he had the coach that I had. And so I had spoken to him and he was coaching me through some things. And then one day I got on the phone with him. And I remember when I first had that first conversation with my coach that I have now, I was like, this man is too much.
Too much in what way?
Just too much, period. Just
Like
too much.
too smart, too what?
He was just too much. I was like, I wasn't ready. I just wasn't ready. I was like, he's just, you know how you talk to somebody, you're like, ooh, that energy. It's just like, I can't put my finger on it, but it's like,
It was a
I
lot.
can't.
Yeah.
It was a lot. So, fast forward, he coached me. My friend's friend, who I saw at the party, he encouraged me to start my podcast. And he owns the network that I have the SEO Queen Tech Show on. And so over the years, I started, collaborating with him on some things, and I had been on the network doing my thing, podcasting, and there will be a new episode next week with the head and president of the Global African Business Association. My interview with him is going to be live on Thursday on the China Radio app. So that's how I got my coach, word of mouth. You're making a lot of noise.
You good? He's good.
Sorry.
It's okay. So that is interesting. I think a lot of people start their entrepreneurship and then they get stuck and they don't realize that there's like supports like that exist. Like even myself, when I've had business questions and neither my mom or my dad or a mentor of mine could answer it, I'd be like, I'm stuck. I guess this is where I stop. I guess is where like I didn't know that existed.
just like you know, Venus and Serena had their dad and Rick Malchi or whatever. You know, they had these coaches to help them with their game. You know, I mean, look at Venus. I mean, before she had Rick as a coach, she was like undefeated on the junior circuit. She was undefeated, but she still wanted a coach.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter how successful.
It
doesn't matter how successful you are. You can always use a good coach. And so, you know, I didn't do professional sports. I did business. It's my thing. And so I have a coach. And I will keep this coach because, you know, there's levels to this, and, you know, he's able to help me and help fill in the gaps faster on a lot of stuff. So
I like that. That's good. So that's something that if anybody watching,
if you need to fill in the gaps with your SEO, I could be your coach.
Hit me up.
SEOQueen.com.
There you
go.
go.
If you need help playing Minecraft.
If you need Minecraft, he'll be your coach. Yes.
Yeah.
And I'll teach you how to explore something.
He actually has a domain. We haven't put it up and made it live yet. But
he's gonna start. Yeah.
He's not just talking. It's real. He is really an expert.
They need to do that though, because so much of these kids spend much of their time outside of school playing these games, and it's like, are you gonna make some money?
Right.
This is
just a little bit.
Like stream on YouTube. If you're gonna do this, like, come on, do it towards something else. Because it's kind of a waste to spend most of your childhood playing games just to forget it and go get a real job one day. So it's like, might as well.
Nah, he already has his web domain. We bought his domain, so.
Look at that.
So he has to do a few things.
And I'm gonna be paying
like
the
do
bills.
his homework.
He said he's gonna be paying the bills.
I'm not gonna be paying the bills because I want to be a rich child.
Oh, you're not going. Okay. Capitalist.
He's funny.
And
See all that personality?
I'm not gonna let mom have half of the money.
Oh, you ain't getting nothing.
Oh my god.
You have to work for the money. You have to
he's
work
gonna
hard
hire
for the money.
He's gonna hire you.
That's
Maybe you could
work
work
hard.
No, I'm the one about to build his website. I just bought his domain.
Well, still, you have to work hard for
So
the
I'm
money.
gonna let him keep as much as I'm gonna let him keep.
You gonna have to work hard, Mom. He said you have to work hard for the money. Look at what she's made.
And I make this much destruction.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
There's rough.
Okay, can you tell me about a challenge that you faced within the past few years in just trying to grow your business, and how did you handle that?
Well, one of the challenges that I faced in growing my business is that I found a struggle with my time management because when I got clients on board, I couldn't spend any time on the company website. So there was always this tension between fulfillment and also there was a struggle between fulfillment and also, you know, keeping the visibility and all the things we tell our clients to do, doing those things ourselves consistently. So that was the struggle. And the thing that was the game changer for us was to really, well, first of all, we started out using strategic relationships and networking to get business, and then we added Facebook ads about a year ago, and Facebook ads was really a game changer.
Do you have any advice for any entrepreneurs that are experiencing burnout?
That's a great question. That's such a good question. Because before I went on my vacation to Cozumel and Belize, I was feeling burnt out. I was feeling so burnt out. And I just needed to take a break. And I think I'm writing a book. It's called Black Brilliant and Maybe Bipolar. If you go to blackbrilliantandmaybebipolar.com, you can get on the email list so you get notifications about it. But in this book, I talk about mental health. Because, you know, burnout is just when your brain is just exhausted, right? Your brain is just, you're tired of thinking. And one of the things that I've realized is I can only go as fast as my team goes. And number two is I have to celebrate the wins that do happen along the way. Stop taking things for granted. And then it's okay to take a break. So I listen to my body. I hydrate. I work out. I'm working on losing more weight. That's another thing that contributes to my feelings of being burnt out is you know, having those extra pounds on. So shedding those, I'm like down. I've already lost like probably 11 pounds since I really started focusing on getting rid of this COVID and the remnants of the baby weight thing.
Yeah.
And so it really takes intention to avoid burnout. Like, I really don't buy this rumor, or I guess common knowledge that Bill Gates never took a vacation. I don't buy that. I don't see how in the world, making all this money after all these years, that he barely took a. I don't see how he could have did it.
I feel like
I think it's
active. I think there's yes, but then the thing I noticed about men is that when they do vacation, it's still active. So like they're like, okay, I'm gonna work on the beach this week. I'm gonna work in this city, but
well, for some men, some men, yeah, you're right. But I feel like he has that personality type that gets obsessed. Like, I don't know if I would want to date him. He seems a bit. He gets obsessed. I can tell, and when he gets obsessed with something, he doesn't let it go. So I can see easily how he wouldn't take a vacation. Yeah, but I think, you know, vacations are good. Exercising, eating healthy. I mean, if you're working all the time, you're not exercising, and you're eating crap, of course you're going to get burnt out. Of course. If you're not drinking water, like I've noticed my energy level goes down if I don't drink enough water. Like I also notice my energy goes down if I'm not eating well, if I'm not eating my salads and my veggies and, you know, the good things, and if I'm eating too much. And that's another reason why I went out and got some waist beads, because I wanted to be more mindful and more aware of when and what I'm eating and how. Because I got on the scale after Thanksgiving yesterday, and baby.
And what?
No catastrophe.
That's good. I mean, what did you ate a lot?
Well, I mean, I ate, but it wasn't like I didn't like pig out. You know what I'm saying? So that's a win.
That is a win. Little win. Celebrate your little win.
Right.
Congratulations, though, on your journey, and congratulations on what you've gotten to so far.
Thank
it's
you
very
so much.
Exciting.
It is exciting, and I think, you know, for me, like when I was before I went to grad school for public policy, I was really focused on domestic policy and how to deal with the inequalities and racism in our society. And once I started, you know, really getting into working with different clients and business, I realized how much of a game changer supporting Black-owned businesses really is, and how much it can help to make the world a better place. So
I saw you're missing one thing.
I have a multi-dimensional why.
That is good.
One thing.
Yeah.
That's good.
You're missing one thing.
What?
Happy Black Friday and happy late Thanksgiving.
Aw. Let me see. Who's your inspiration?
My inspiration in terms of business? Or just in life?
Could be
or
both.
Just in general?
Could be both, yeah.
Well, I think I've been inspired by so many people. I really decided to take my music professionally when I heard Karen Briggs, the woman in the red dress from Yanni, live at the Acropolis recording. She was really inspiring to me. And then business-wise, I've been really inspired by my dad and seeing his friends start companies over the years and seeing what they do. And then I'm also inspired by my executive coach. She's been a major inspiration. And also I've been inspired, believe it or not, by my son.
They do that, yeah.
And also, Mom bought me some cards. No, other cards that she didn't even buy me.
I'm saying quiet, and you just.
He's like, no, but I got more.
He's like, she's
His mom
not
had a boyfriend.
This is live, so anything can happen. If anybody watching, is anybody watching? No. Nobody's watching.
Nobody's
Is there
watching.
anything else? There's nobody here right now to ask a question. Is there anything else that you would like to share? Anything else you'd like to put out there? Because a lot of people in the network are going to watch this, so maybe.
Well, I think, SEO is really a game changer,
Mhm.
and only 30% of businesses are using it as a strategy. So it really is something that you can utilize to help boost the visibility of your company. And whether or not your company is based in the U.S. or it's based in Ghana, Nigeria, wherever, you can still get online and get more visibility, and that's really important.
Amazing.
Mhm.
Okay, well, those are the questions that I have. Is there any particular type of entrepreneur that you are trying to attract right now?
Well, I really work with Black-owned businesses, women-owned businesses, and tech companies. So there are some Black-owned businesses that are women-owned and they're tech, and there's some that are just Black-owned and tech and are just Black-owned. So I work with a variety of businesses, but we definitely focus on helping Black-owned businesses get to their next grader online.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
Oh, how can be
developed in an African economy? Oh, she just asked that.
Yeah,
Well,
so
yeah.
I think that what he's
Yeah.
trying to say is how can you develop more of an ecosystem,
Mhm.
and it really comes down to networking and utilizing websites like Afrinection. I know a lot of my networking and a lot of relationships that I've cultivated over the years have come from Facebook and other online social networks, and just showing up and being present and just engaging with what other people are doing, and that's how you can develop your own ecosystem that you can really plug into and leverage.
Nice.
Mhm.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to post this on our page, so if anybody watching this after the live is done wants to comment any questions they have for Z,
Yeah, you can just
you can do
tag the SEO Queen and I'll see it immediately and respond.
Yeah, she has a wealth of knowledge, clearly, and a lot to share. So I think she would be a great asset to the network. And hopefully somebody watching this reaches out to you because they need your help. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. My name is Dana Campbell.
My name is Z Scott.
And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
And if you come across my mom, ask her for one of these.
Your agent.
Right.
Bye.
He's such a blessing.